What's going on, everybody? It is me, your boy Gilbert.
Me, Harry.
And me, Peaky.
And we are here for what is going to be the final episode of the year. That's right. It is the 2020, is the, the ultimate, I was going to say penultimate, but that's the one right before the last. So yeah, it is the final episode of 2024, this shitty year and the shitty podcast and 3 shitty people. I'm kidding. Nah, guys, we're all here, and I was going to play, actually, no, here we go. Oh. That is way too slow for what I was going for. But yeah, guys. So it is the end of the year. What's going on? The Fulcrum podcast. And goddamn, Geeky, of course you did. That, yeah, I got to do. Damn, before we starting early, I got to do this. Hang on a second. Let's switch the. There we
go. I've got a human body. Look, move your hands around. Fondle Peaky.
What the hell?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so, but yeah,
good
old
rum.
Yep, good old rum. And so, yeah, thanks very much, Peaky, for that. And yeah, that's the only reason he's doing that is because I put a goal up there because YouTube apparently allows us to start setting goals for these for the super chats. So I don't. Anyway. So what's going on, you two? Like, how has your guys' holidays been so far? How has it been? We're only halfway through the the holiday season or the holiday week.
We are currently in what's referred to as the gooch of the year, the time between Christmas and New Year's.
The gooch. That is the first time I've ever heard that, Harrison. But I love it. I'm gonna stick with that from now on. I'm gonna call this the gooch of the year. But yeah, how has your holiday been so far?
Mine's been good. It's been okay, We've had a Christmas where I've seen a lot of my family, although currently there's only one child in the family, which means the entirety of Christmas is focused on that child, really. But, it's nice. You get to see someone else open presents. But other than that, I've had a good time, and I did get presents, and I've got things to show when we move to our show and tell portion of the episode.
That'll definitely be coming around here in a second. But yeah, I'm glad that you. Real quick, one thing I wanted to ask, and this is something that I don't think we'd ever talked about on stream, but you mentioned it off stream, is that you got your sister-in-law, your Jackson's wife, you got her a book, the Ferengi, the Rules of Acquisition. How did she like that?
She quite liked that. So actually, I bought that for her on her birthday. Her birthday is earlier in December.
Oh, her birthday. Okay.
So I go for her birthday, and I gave her that, and when she got that, my brother laughed and was like, well, spoiler alert for your Christmas present, and I have my own copy of the Ferengi Rules of Acquisition.
Ah, that's awesome. I love it. So
at any point I could, quote something out like rule number 40, she can touch your lobes, but never your latinum.
I'm pretty sure one of like
my lobes.
I'm pretty sure like the 70th or like up to there is like females and finances don't mix.
There's one thing that annoyed me about this was I assumed this was a book like they'd made all of the rules of acquisition, but this is not it. This is only some of them. There are supposed to be like 400 and something, and I think this has got like 200.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I have to go back and watch Deep Space Nine to see how many there's, because I know Quark explains how many there are.
Well, I think that's it. I think this is only the things that are said in an episode. So if it was never said in Star Trek DS9, it doesn't exist.
All right. And Peaky, how was your holiday season?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Nice and chilled. We had obviously got my sister and my nephew and niece up and everything, but apart from that, it's quite quiet. I think because my nephew and niece, so my niece is 17 and my nephew's 15. So like, it's not loud, it's not obnoxious, and you have got kids running around asking for batteries to put in toys and stuff. So like, it's very quiet and chilled now. And like, I don't know if you two are feeling the same, but I was talking to people at work about this. It's like now I'm getting older, I'm just kind of like over Christmas a little bit. It's like it's just, I don't know. To me, it's just like, all right, yeah, I get the whole like of family getting together and stuff like that, but like I'm just like,
I don't know.
It's an inconvenience because people just rush around shopping all the time and going mad, and it's like I can't be dealing with it.
No, you're right about that. It is definitely an inconvenience, and especially if you like are tight on money, or if it's like one of those rough years or something like that, it can
Yeah.
definitely suck. But I don't know. I do kind of like it. Like it's obviously it's cool getting gifts from people, but then also being able to get something for someone and see them like, oh, really, that's cool. Thanks. So like light up with like, this is something I didn't realize that I wanted, but thank you. Something like that kind of thing. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of a cool little thing to see someone like their face light up when they get a present that they like from you.
I get that. I just like, I don't know, guy. I'm just kind of like, because I think it's because I work in retail and I see Christmas I got earlier than other people usually do.
Hmm.
'Cause obviously, like we get Christmas stocking in like August. Like I went into work. I went into work today, and like we've already got Easter stuff out back.
Mhm.
It's like we've got like, how does someone know this? But like Father's Day over here in the UK is like June. We've got Father's Day stuff starting to come in as well.
I was gonna say, isn't the next one like Valentine's Day because that's in February?
Oh yeah, you've got that, but like we're starting to get like all the other like holidays in now. I'm like, it's not even January yet. Like, down.
Gotta be ready. Gotta be ready for you so you can put it out like 3 weeks before the actual fucking like the month of that holiday.
Oh, trust me, Christmas stuff goes out at the end of September for us in my store.
Mm-hmm. Like literally the day after Halloween, we're already seeing like Christmas stuff be put in the. So yeah, no, that's how it goes. You are in retail. That is how that works. You can't sit there and bitch about it and then just keep working in retail.
That's like, I think that might be why I'm kind of like when it comes to Christmas, because I'm just sick and tired of seeing it all the time.
Yeah, I can see
to
that.
you too.
Yeah, it depends on various things. I mean, like I went. God, speak Harry. Not long ago, I lived really far away from my family, so Christmas was like the time we all got together.
Yeah.
Whereas now I live quite close and I see them regularly, so I'm a little bit like, yeah, no.
I saw you last week. Do I have to see you again?
Yeah, it's great to see you, like we always do.
Yeah, that's the part I don't. I mean, for me, family get-togethers are like every excuse we can make. So yeah, no, I see that part. So I don't like. Yeah, Christmas used to be like a time to see your family members after you haven't seen them forever. But now it's just like, it's another day, as far as that. But again, I don't know. I like the giving and the receiving part. Like that's the part that I enjoy, because I do enjoy being, showing people that I care about them.
I agree with you on that. I quite enjoy putting effort into presents.
Exactly.
And trying to, find something that someone's really going to like. And no, it's sometimes interesting when you stumble on that and you go, oh, wow, that was what you enjoyed? Fine.
See, we got Brian O'Neill Singleton in here saying, best Christmas as an 8-year-old getting Star Wars Battle of Hoth playset and Droid Build Factory. Not bad.
I don't know if we had the same Battle of Hoth, but I remember I had a Hoth playset. I think I had one of the Micro Machines ones.
I was going to say I had a Micro Machine one.
So yeah, Christmases when I was a kid, I used to get a lot of Hot Wheels, like Hot Wheel sets and like the tracks and shit like that. That was the fun of like setting those up and being able to like just burn the batteries out, fucking running that thing through that like speed, whatever, whatever nonsense.
My mum got my dad a vinyl record player, and like I got my dad some other presents as well. But like obviously because my mum got him that, I kind of got him like a bonus present for some for vinyls. So like, and like a vinyl cleaning brush, so like you can dust the vinyls off with, and it was kind of like, he was kind of like shocked to see that like, obviously like, you got some vinyls. I was like, well, you kind of needed something to play on it. I was like, not gonna can't have a vinyl player and not have any vinyls.
So, all right. So here's actually, I guess this is a good way to segue into this. So let's go ahead and start our show and tell portion of what we got for Christmas. So Harrison, I'm gonna start with you. Go ahead.
Ooh.
What did you show, or do you got?
Do you want me to do all of it? I got a few presents here. One that I wanted to get, but it's still in the car, I think. But my brother got me a Mighty Max playset.
Oh, nice.
Like, we had when we were kids. I don't know if you remember Mighty Max.
Yeah.
Mighty Max. Can't say I do.
They were like Polly Pockets, but for boys.
Yeah, they were the boys equivalent of Polly Pockets. Because like Polly Pocket is coming back. Like it's getting really popular again.
They should bring back Mighty Max.
They should bring back Mighty Max.
But yeah,
okay, I see.
It was a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, we had been admiring my brother's collection of Mighty Max toys, and I was like, "These are really awesome." And I mentioned this mountain that we used to have when we were kids, and he got it for me for Christmas, and it was really cool.
That's cool.
So that was one that I think might go well here, but I don't have that, so I brought the things that I had to hand. So I got some bugs. I think my mum found these at a thrift store and was like, "Harry can have some bugs." I got the rules of acquisition, as you saw. I got this nice bottle of tequila, which I've had a bit of. It's very good tequila. It's Kah tequila, K-A-H. Decent stuff. Nice bottle. I like it. I got a DVD of a horror movie called Near Dark. Supposedly an excellent horror movie. I haven't seen it yet. And then my mum gave me this. This is an urn. It's an empty urn, but it's an urn.
I was going to ask who is in it.
Yeah, there's no one in it at the moment.
At the moment.
At the moment, thank God.
Yeah.
Soon it'll be filled with the dust of his enemies.
To put stuff in.
That is kind of cool. That's like some. I don't think it's supposed to be that way, but I think that reminds me of like the Thor, whatever, like Norse. I don't know why, but it reminds me of something like that.
The world planet,
yeah. I kind of like that, but so Harrison, is that going to be your urn? Are we seeing a glimpse into your future when you die? Are we going to see little Harrison in that urn?
To be honest, it might be really convenient to do that, and I can put it in my will of like, don't bother paying whatever ridiculous rates they're paying at the funeral home. Just stick me in this.
I'm like, there you go. You got
get
a
a dustpan and brush. Just get a dustpan and brush and just sweep him in.
If I happen to die anytime near bonfire night, just pretend I'm a guy, throw me on some nearby fire at a village fete, scrape it up in the morning. That's a free funeral, guys.
It's sorted.
Plural vinyl is vinyl. Oh, well, look at you, Pinky. You're a dumb. No, I'm kidding. But he says isopropyl alcohol cleans records better than the expensive stuff they sell to noobs.
This is just like so when you got the record spinning around on the turntable, you just got like a brush that you like put onto it, and it just kind of like brushes all the dust off.
Oh, very nice. Anything else you wanted to show, Harrison, or are we going to move on to Peaky now?
No, move on to Peaky. That was my little tour around this year.
Go ahead, Peaky. What'd you get?
So first off, I think Harrison might appreciate this, but this was from my nephew. But I got a Thundercats t-shirt.
Nice.
Ooh.
Which I was quite happy with because I quite like Thundercats. And I'll just knock my can of monster over at the same time. And I don't know, like if I've shown stuff off before, but like I kept ships in a bottle and like old time naval warships. And from my mum and dad, I got a nice ship called the Bounty in a glass bottle.
What are you, a Star Trek character?
Yes.
Why do you have a ship in a bottle?
Because I'm amazing. And as Harrison showed off his really cool tequila bottle skull, I also cut skulls. So one of the skull, I got a skull, which is quite cool. It's got
nice.
a lizard on it. Cool. Yeah. And obviously I'm a lizard guy, so like it's very fitting to me. And then I've nicknamed these guys Skeletons with Attitude. Quite frankly, because I've got 4 skeletons that are like hooded up, like yobs on the street corner. So there's one in green, there's one in black.
Appreciate the one in black.
One in like it's kind of like denim wear.
He's wearing a skull cap. It's very.
He's wearing a skull cap. Yeah,
it looks like tans.
I think this one, like if the jacket was done up and the hood was over the head a bit better, it could be like a skeleton Kenny from South Park a little bit.
yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, I got them. I think I just got like bog standard stuff. I got a pair of socks that just has swear words all over it, which I happily wore to work this morning. And I got the bog standard stuff of like Harrison will get this like, oh why thank you, Hans. I'm trying. I got like Link's gift sets. I got Amazon vouchers and got a new pair of Converses. So like I just got bog
Got
standard
all
stuff.
All right, I guess it's my turn now. So this is one I'm most proud of. I got my aunt got me something ridiculous. She got me you ever seen the Funko? You're able to Funko yourself. So she got me a pop that's supposed to be me. So I think that's kind of cool. We got a little hat on there, and apparently it's also got like a corgi inside the box, like you guys can kind of see right there. It's got a little corgi dog.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I got one of those. That's pretty cool. My brother got me a T-shirt as well, a Venom Lethal Protector T-shirt. See if I
Ooh,
can
nice.
look. So yeah, that's pretty cool. My sister, my sister explained to me this.
I've just seen what they are.
Yeah, no, you might know what they are. These things I was aware that there's such a thing called fugglers. And my sister got me
fucking horrifying.
So yeah, she got me all 4 of them, but they're the Ninja Turtles. And apparently, according to my like 8-9-year-old nephew, he says that these are like the coolest things that everybody is now collecting.
Yeah. You can get there's a Gizmo and Stripe one, I believe. There's a SpongeBob and Patrick one, and I've seen the SpongeBob and Patrick one, and they look like sleep paralysis demons. They are terrifying.
No, I looked this up after I got them. I'm like, oh, cool. You know what? I like Ninja Turtles and fuck it. And like, I'm sure these will be, a nice part of my collection. But she explained to me how like these are like the hottest thing. And I Googled like fugglers and I looked them up and I'm like, what the actual? Because apparently there's like 500 of these like variations of these things you can buy right now. And I'm like, what the shit? Where have I been?
The teeth look real. That's like from like not up close, but like from afar. Like if you're walking past them, the teeth look real. It's like, Christ alive, these are terrifying. Why are these on sale? And like, why are they in toy shops where there's little kids as well? Like
they're always staring out the window of an entertainer, aren't they?
Yeah, that's where I've seen the SpongeBob and Patrick ones is in the entertainer. Like, nope.
Yeah, see, I'm like, so I now have 4 fugglers in my collection, and they were on. That's why my shelves right now are empty because I put them on my wall. But and then finally, my mom got me this, which I'm really happy about. It's a Dr. Squanch, like the soap. It's like the special Star Wars soap.
Oh yeah.
And so now, guys, now I have to pull the hurt. Do I keep this forever and never use it, or do I fucking use the soap as they are intended to be used?
You've got to find out where they got it from and buy a second set. So that way you have one on display and one to use.
Just put that on my shelf. Oh my god.
Right, it's a good idea.
No, true. But yeah, I was really happy about that. And then my brother got me a piece of glassware, let's say. Some very nice glassware. It is in the form of something Sherlock used. I'll leave it at that.
Excellent.
A pistol.
Nice. And
a violin.
No, a heroin vial or a heroin syringe.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, but I think that's it for show and tell. So, what did you guys? Yeah, what are you guys looking forward to? New Year's?
Probably not doing anything really this year.
Yeah,
I mean, keeping it chill.
Obviously, because I don't drink alcohol, like New Year's is kind of just like another day to me because I don't really go out and drink to celebrate, or I don't go to parties or anything like that. So like, I've set an event up in my Discord server. It's like, we're just gonna have like a chilled games night type thing where we'll just sit in a call, we'll play some like party games and just kind of have a chill night type thing for people that don't go out drinking and that. So like, I'm probably just going to spend it how I usually do by sitting here playing video games.
All right. So real quick, I'm gonna want to go to these comments real quick. Patrick says, "Don't save the soap. This is coming from someone who can't bring himself to use most of his stickers." Han says, "Use it. It's like good booze. You might get hit by lightning and die tomorrow. So rather know the scent of a Wookiee or have something, or something tastes, or how something tastes, than keep it on the shelf forever." Fair. Like, instead of just keeping that 30-year-old scotch until a special occasion, just drink the damn thing.
Yeah.
But also that goes to like the same thing I said. Just buy a second set and use that set and save a set.
That's true. That is true. Mr. Action. All right, so I asked this question to you guys. How are you looking forward to New Year? He says I'm guessing no, because he says next year is going to be ass.
Yeah.
Mr. Action,
I'm with you on
Mr.
that,
Action, you live in America. The next 4 years are going to be ass. And then maybe the next 20 years after that, assuming some really bad shit happens that we're all pretty sure is going to happen. Anyway,
I think every year is just ass at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean,
every year something bad happens that ruins the rest of the year. That's going to carry on forward into the next few years. So I think at this point, we might as well just assume every year is going to be ass.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super hyped for anything this year. I mean, it feels sometimes like what is there to be hyped about other than pop culture stuff? If you know a game's coming out next year or whatever, because you don't know about anything else that's going to happen. You don't know if it will happen. You don't know if it'll get there. But hey, at least they tell you the movie will come out in 2025. Might not. They say
maybe GTA 6. GTA 6. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got GTA 6 possibly coming out. We got, I think the Batman movie got pushed back a year, so it's not coming out until 2026 now.
I don't think the script. I don't think I think I read something about that. He hasn't handed the script in yet.
The Superman movie's coming out. Yeah, see, Mr. Action. See, the only good thing in 2025 is Superman and GTA 6. So, let's go ahead and go into that. Superman trailer. Did you guys watch it?
Yes, I did.
Harrison, you go first. What did you think?
I don't know. I didn't see anything that made me go oh, wow, yeah, this one's going to be great. I saw some things I didn't expect to see. I didn't expect to see Crypto the Superdog. But other than that, most things that I saw, I just kind of felt okay. I'll probably enjoy Nathan Fillion. I normally enjoy Nathan Fillion when he's in a James Gunn movie.
That's true. I forgot he's in Suicide Squad, isn't he? He's the dude whose arms come off.
Yes, yeah, the detachable kid.
Yeah, detachable kid.
Detachable arm. I think it's detachable arm guy or something like that.
Or something. But the point is, it's a stupid guy who dies almost immediately. But yeah, I admit, a lot of it was pretty generic. But I think that one of the parts that really got me and I was excited for was when you see Crypto running at him. I was kind of no way, they're actually going comic booky with it. And I was down for it. That's me. I mean, I'm trying to find the fucking dog, but yeah, that's not exactly helping my point. But you know what I'm saying? I was kind of down for it. I feel like they're playing on the Christopher Reeve version, the music they use, the bum 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 bum, the John Williams original score. I feel like they're definitely trying to play on those vibes and get you excited for it. The fact that he added in Crypto the Superdog, and it's actually comic book accurate Crypto the Superdog. It's not just a golden retriever showing up or some shit. I don't know. I'm excited for that. And then the fact that it's I don't know what's this dude's name. I forget this dude's name.
Oh, is that Nicholas Hoult?
Nicholas Hoult. Yeah, him as Lex Luthor. That seems like a good casting choice. I'm interested in it. And it's James Gunn. James Gunn has been just knocking it out of the park consistently for the last 5-6 years.
Yeah, to be fair, this is the first Superman movie that I'm probably going to go see. I've never been to see a Superman movie. Never really liked Superman movies, but I trust James Gunn enough that he might do something really interesting and fun with this.
I mean, yeah, we got Superman, we got what's his name, Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner or Guy Gardner, whatever his name is. Hawk Girl.
Yeah, we got Hawk Girl. We got Mr. Terrific. And then they're really playing around with kaiju monsters now. James Gunn really likes to do big bad Godzilla monsters and just play around with that. So I'm into it. This looked a little goofy. This is the only part that I thought looked really, really goofy. That weird thing in the background. They show that, and I don't know what's going on here, but it looks I don't know. That looked weird to me.
Yeah,
but maybe that's just me.
It could also be that whatever the effects are of that aren't actually final, so that could look really different when the movie comes out.
True. Yeah. This is what I was talking about when I saw it initially. I'm what's with the weird that the I guess tentacles or whatever are doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm willing to give it a chance, and I'm usually not the biggest Superman fan, so I'm into it. I don't know. Peaky, how do you feel about it?
So I've said this multiple times on this podcast, and I'm probably known for it. Is that I'm not a DC guy. I don't really like anything DC, but I'm hyped for this. I was like, I'm very wary of watching the trailer when it got released. I was like, oh, do you know what? I'll watch it just because obviously it's a trailer, and that's how I usually judge if I want to go see a movie or not. I sat here and I watched it, and I was kind of like, oh shit! Like, I was like, am I actually getting hyped for DC here? Like, it's kind of cool. Like, they're not doing it as an origin story, kind of like what Man of Steel was kind of like an origin story. Like Superman at this point, like I think it's been said that in this film, Superman is known. He's been active for like quite a while. Like him and Lois, like Lois knows his secret that Clark Kent is Superman, and that they are like together at this point. And like got all these other heroes as well, like Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, that are kind of like out there and known as like kind of like superheroes that are trying to protect the world and stuff. So like I kind of love that we're not getting another Superman origin story, because I think we're done with origin stories at this point for like well-known characters.
Yeah,
like characters that aren't well known. I'm all for getting an origin story for, because it helps to refresh. They usually try to put like a little bit of a modern day spin on them as well. So I'm okay with that. But this, I was kind of like, I'm actually excited. I'm trying to figure out who the big bad's going to be as well, because like I think in one part of the trailer, like Lex is in like his like mech suit type thing. He's running at Mr. Terrific. So like I'm wondering if it's going to be like Lex is trying to like do something to take Superman down or something, which I'm kind of intrigued to see.
So what I'm getting, like, my guess is it's going to be something to do with this. Like, all right, so there's a shot right around. I'm trying to find exactly where, because there's like a part where he's like, like looking down, and like you can see in the background it says Stag Industries, and apparently that's the people who ended up making Metamorpho. And so maybe something to do with that.
Is it Stag that's kind of tied to Blue Beetle, or is that another tech?
That's Korg.
That's
Korg, or Cord Industries.
So yeah, I'm really intrigued to see what this is going to be like. Like I'll probably wait for like a second trailer to come out, whether I'm going to judge to go see it at the cinemas or not. But I do want to see it.
Yeah, I'm down to give it a chance, and I think I'm interested to see how we go into this part where I guess it's kind of like a par for the course where everyone hates Superman at one point until they need him to save the day. But I'm interested to see how it goes and what they do with it. There we go, right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm interested to see how they do this and what they do with it. Let's see, we got John Henry Walker in here saying the people who rejected Superman 2 in 1980 and Man of Steel in 2013 are saying Superman 2025 looks like the greatest Superman film in the last 40 years. And the people are saying, it are giving haters the middle finger.
I feel like I don't know much about the actor that's playing Clark/Superman. Like, I don't think I've ever really seen him in anything. But like, just sort of like the few clips we've seen of him as Clark Kent, I'm all for it. He looks pretty good as Clark Kent.
I think he's got the look down. David Corn Sweat is his name. No.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really seen anything with him in it. Like, obviously, like James Gunn is pretty good at casting as well. Like, especially with like the Guardians of the Galaxy films and all of that, he was pretty spot on with like casting for that. And all the other movies that he's done. So like, he's chosen the actors in this film for a reason.
Yeah, no, like he's done apparently I googled his acting career. He's done like a lot of different stuff. Most recently is he was in the Twisters movie, but
I didn't see that.
Like, it's just like these are a bunch of movies that I've never heard of, and they're probably like lesser known. So good on him. I think that's a good idea. Is that instead of getting someone who's like has a reputation or has any kind of like acting chops, like because there's anyone like if they were to get like just thrown at just say they just got Hugh Jackman to play the next Superman. Not that they would, but let's just say like people would be like, that's bullshit. Why would it? Like if you choose a known quantity, then people are gonna have a bunch of different like shit to say about it. If you choose an unknown, I think that's a good chance to give them like, the ability to show off what someone else can do.
Yeah,
Lois Lane has a Jessica Jones quality to me.
Yeah, I'm quite in. Like I said, it's kind of making me want to go and watch. I've had really mixed reviews about it. And like Mr. Action said in the comments that like Creature Commandos is a bit wonky, but like it's all connected. So like, I feel like I want to go and watch Creature Commandos because from what I've seen of Creature Commandos, is the second Suicide Squad film that James Gunn done, is canon, and everything after that is canon. So like,
how can it be? Because I'm like, I've watched
James
a bunch
Gunn.
of.
It's James Gunn. He's head of DC now. He can do what he wants with what's canon and what's not canon.
I'm just saying the second Suicide Squad movie, like, or the whatever, the good Suicide Squad movie, the one that it technically is connected to the first one, but not really because whatever. Like that one is connected to Homeland or not Homelander, Peacemaker. That's his name. Yeah, the TV show, the HBO Max show, Peacemaker is connected to that. And that is connected to Creature Commandos because it talks about like how, Rick Flag Jr. died in, whatever the country. And so all of these shows are connected. Fine. But in Peacemaker, the fucking DCEU Justice League show up.
James Gunn has said that in Peacekeeper, or whatever his name is, John Cena, in season 2, that is explained why that bit at the end isn't canon.
And if I swear to God, if it has anything to do with the fucking Flash movie, just him like rewriting the universe, I swear to Christ, if it has anything to do with that,
like,
I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm all for like animated shows as well. Like I've just started watching the Batman Caped Crusader on Amazon Prime, and I'm quite enjoying that. So like, I'm all for watching animated shows and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give it a go. And from what I've heard, is that all the voice actors for Creature Commandos are going to be playing the live action characters for like the films and other TV shows going forward as well. Which I think that's quite cool. I like fair play to like doing that.
I will say one thing: Creature Commandos. All the clips I've been seeing of GI Robot, I really want to watch that show. I really want to watch that show.
It's G.I. Robot and it's the Frankenstein's bride, like the bride that are doing it for me of all the clips I've seen. I'm like, I can kind of get on this a little bit. Obviously, Weasel's in it as well, which
Weasel, yeah. And apparently that his story gets a lot more tragic when you watch.
He gets like a bit of an origin story in the show, don't he? So like,
let's see.
I need to go. I'm gonna probably watch it at some point.
Let's see. So John Walker asks, what are your hopes and dreams for Andy Muschietti's Batman? I'm good as long as Andy doesn't reteam with Christina Hodson. I'm not sure who either of those people is. So give me one moment.
Yeah, so Andy Muschietti's going to be directing a Batman movie called Brave and the Bold.
Brave and the Bold. That's right. Okay.
And I think he also directed The Flash.
Oh yeah, he did. And the 2 It movies, the remakes.
Okay, those movies are not bad.
That's a roller coaster of quality right there.
We don't talk about the Flash movie. We pretend the Flash movie never existed at this point, right?
No, yeah, we definitely try to pretend the Flash movie never existed. But the problem is we don't have that like neuralizer technology from Men in Black, so I can't erase that shit from my brain. I don't know why I watched that movie, but I did.
Honestly, I don't know if you guys saw this recently, because I was on the topic of like comic book movies and that. But did you see that Sony are pulling their Spider-Man spin-off universe? They're not doing any more Spider-Man spin-offs.
Yes, I have seen this where Sony apologized. Like, where they acknowledged that their movies were bad.
But like, did you see that one
Morbius, Craven, like shit like that?
Yeah.
One. I saw one article of like, like they were saying, like the head of Sony was saying that like the Spider-Man universe movies that they've made aren't actually that bad. It's just the media blowing them all out of proportion and review bombing them, and that like they're not
No.
actually terrible movies. And I'm just thinking, right? Did you watch Morbius? Did you watch Madam Web? Have you seen Craven the Hunter? Like, do you actually watch the movies that you produce?
Yeah, I watched Madam Web and I was into it until I started seeing like recycled footage from the other Spider-Man movies, and like, and then they also did some really weird shit with Ezekiel Sims. Like, I wasn't crazy with that. Like, yeah, no,
I haven't watched Craven the Hunter, but all I've seen, like, they're everywhere. Is the pictures of Rhino, like they're everywhere. What the fuck did they do to Rhino?
The only one I think that really like passes is maybe Venom 1. I would give Venom 1 a pass,
Yeah.
but everything after that.
But like, one thing is like, why did you reduce Rhino's like? Right, the whole thing with Rhino is that he's fused in a rhino suit. You made him into like some weird stone creature, not a rhino.
Yeah.
Like, what
yeah, there's just it's weird. The whole thing was the Sonyverse of movies. They tried something new and they tried something like different from what we normally learn from Marvel and put us in the put Spider-Man in the red and blue spandex. Give us a goofy bald man in a green winged suit. Like, give us the Spider-Man.
I feel like at this point, Sony need to like. This is what I think Sony should do: give all movie rights back to Marvel, so Marvel could control what they want with the Spider-Man in the MCU, but Sony could keep the merchandising and the video game rights because Sony do really the Spider-Man games on PlayStation are really good. They are some of the best Spider-Man games we've had. And like, I think that's where Sony flourish right there is there, but give Marvel the TV show and movie rights because that way, like, we're not going to be confused of what universe we're watching these Spider-Man films are set in, because I think that's the problem is that we've had Spider-Man in the MCU, but we've got these spin-off movies that aren't set in the MCU, but they're Spider-Man characters. And it's kind of like, yeah. I just don't get it. I think that's what Sony at this point. I think that's what Sony should do.
It's really weird because it's not like Sony's idea of doing spin-off movies was always going to fail. Like, it's just that they really didn't seem to care.
No,
they I mean, the number of times that where they were making these movies and they're like, oh, they're going to make a Sinister Six, they're going to do something there, they're going to like use all these villains and get them together. And then they never built to anything. That they could have made like a much more cohesive universe, but I don't know what was going on. Whether it was much more because they were like, we just want to make these so we can pretend we still want to have the Spider-Man license all to ourselves. But it seems now, I think didn't they say that they're going to now focus on making movies that actually have Spider-Man in it? Maybe not necessarily MCU Tom Holland Spider-Man, but at least a Spider-Man.
Give us Andrew Garfield Spider-Man back.
I don't know about that.
I mean, if you can make a good movie, he deserved to at least have a good movie. Like, after seeing him in No Way Home, I'm like, oh, poor Andrew. You were in those Spider-Man movies. There's really bad ones.
There's only one. I liked the end scene where he gets all like depressed and sad after Gwen Stacy dies and everything, and how she. I do like that scene. Everything leading up to that part of the movie is just meh, but the end part where it's like the comic accurate Green Goblin kills Gwen Stacy thing, I was down for that. And then him getting like depressed and then having to come back and fight the Rhino, even though the Rhino was Paul Giamatti in a suit. Yeah, like an Iron Man Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, that Rhino was weird.
I understand why they're scared of doing like a more comic accurate Rhino. He's a weird looking guy. I get it. And when you see some of the things where it's like it's a suit, but it's a suit that's like bonded to him. Like you could technically cut it off and he would just be like tiny little man inside big thick gray flesh.
I think they need to be ballsy enough to like do what the MCU is doing right now and just play around with the multiverse, dude. Like play around with some weird shit that you can do. And so if you want to do like Rhino, do a multiverse story where there is a comic accurate Rhino and comic accurate like Sinister Six or whatever, and just be like, well, if you don't like it, it's not canon. Like you can just do what they're doing with that, guys. Come on, you have Spider-Verse right there.
Exactly, they've already done Spider-Verse. I mean, to be honest, let's see them do Miles Morales while MCU is like focusing on Peter Parker and Tom Holland. Like, do Miles Morales for a while.
Well, like we don't even know when this next part of Spider-Verse is coming out because it's been delayed twice.
Yeah. No, I hope we get it at least.
I if they're not going to release it in cinemas, because surely it's done at this point. If they're not going to release it in cinemas, just release it on streaming and like Blu-ray. Like, give the fans what they want at this point, because like we've been waiting 2 years since the second film.
Yeah, no, that's true actually. Yeah,
like, and they've already delayed it twice since then, and it's like.
There's thinking that apparently there's like rumors that it might be pulled, that the third Spider-Verse movie might be pulled in the end. I don't know.
But they've left it at such a weird place in the second one for them to do that, because Miles is captured by his multiverse variant who's the Prowler. And it's like, and
then the other guy is over in his universe fucking shit up.
Yeah. And it's just like, you can't leave it there and not give the fans justice. Like, I think that's what they need to do now. Is like, if you're not going to release it for cinemas, put it to streaming. At this point, it makes the logical sense. They'll still make money from the streaming and the DVD and the merchandising rights from it. So, like, they probably won't make as much money,
but they want to make more.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Sony. I think sometimes Sony get greedy.
Oh, they absolutely do. That is not even a question.
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing stuff in video games where they're trying to take over. I can't remember the name of the overall company, but it's the company that currently owns From Software. So, like, Sony are making huge moves. To be fair, it's exactly what Microsoft have done as well. So, I'm not that mad at them, but they might end up owning all of the Elden Rings and all of the Dark Souls and everything.
Yeah. The console war is ugly, man.
I don't get console wars anymore. Just can release every game on every console.
Oh, dude. 28 years later. Did you guys see that fucking trailer?
Yes.
Yeah, I did see that trailer. Yes.
Have you also seen the whole thing with 28 Days Later? So 28 Days Later isn't available on any streaming services, and all DVD and Blu-ray copies are out of stock everywhere and haven't been reprinted in years.
Weird.
So
that's Sony wanting to control you.
No, Sony didn't have the rights to it. That's why. So Sony are now trying. I think Sony have gotten the rights back for it, and they're going to be releasing it on streaming services soon.
Okay.
I think there was a whole IP rights issue for the first one.
It's a film 4 movie, isn't it? 28 Days Later.
Yes.
Well, we definitely need to be doing it. We need to do a 28 Days Later watch.
I think that was the issue, because it was a film 4 movie. But yeah, so Sony are going to be working on getting it onto streaming services soon. So I'm hoping they do reprints of the DVDs and Blu-rays as well, because it'd be cool to have all three like in the collection. In a collection.
Oh look, he's got a bow. He knows how to use one of them now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Craven. Dude, that guy's been in a lot of fucking movies these days.
I do like how they've gone the same thing with 28 Days and 28 Weeks. Is like it's all pretty much British actors and actresses.
Well, yeah, and it takes place in the UK. It seems.
Yeah, but sometimes when stuff takes place in the UK or like around England and that, they use American actresses and actresses still. But I like how they're keeping with the theme of 28 Days and 28 Weeks. Also, I can't wait to see Cillian Murphy back.
Yeah, the Cillian Murphy zombie. What's going on?
No, that's not Cillian Murphy.
Well, that looks like Cillian Murphy, mate.
Yeah, it came out that
that's Cillian Murphy, man.
There is a resemblance, but the guy who played
that's a jerky blinder right there.
The guy who's playing that zombie has said that like it's not Cillian Murphy's character. And I think
the actor's
I
like,
think
nah, dude, it's me.
I think I read somewhere that this entire film was shot on iPhone.
I think that, yeah, I've read that too. It's like it was shot on like an iPhone 14 Pro or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it wasn't actually, some of it wasn't was filmed not far from me. Harrison might know of it, a place called Cheddar Gorge.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I know
Yeah,
Cheddar Gorge.
it's Somerset, but it's not far, probably about 2 hours away from where I live.
Hmm.
Patrick, they won't still know the UK train schedule, like because there won't be a UK train schedule. I'm going to guess
this is
in that world, but they will remember the schedule they had to get, like because that thing sticks in your brain. You know exactly when it is. The train from Southampton to Eastleigh in the evening goes at 4:55, or there's another at 5:35, which is why I always had to wait like half an hour after work to go home.
That sucks. Fucking trains, man.
But yeah, no, I'm really, because my dad quite enjoys the 28 films as well. So like, me and him are both excited to see this when it comes out.
I like 28 weeks later because all the Americans came in to save the day. I'm kidding. I thought that was kind of funny though.
But by the looks of it in this film, they fucked up.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously they fucked up. That was the whole movie, was them fucking up. They let one person in who was infected, and then everything went to shit.
I haven't seen both in a very long time, so like, a rewatch is definitely somehow going to have to get a copy of 28 Days, because 28 Weeks Later I think is quite easy to get hold of. I think that's on a streaming service as well. It's just 28 Days. It's hard to find.
I'm looking forward to it. I hope I hope it's good. There was one person who asked, I think it was Patrick. He asked if Harrison, if you saw Nosferatu.
No, I haven't seen Nosferatu yet. I probably will try and see it. Well, most likely I'll forget, if I'm really honest with you. But I am interested in it. I'll probably see it later after it's in the theaters. I don't know how I feel about it.
Who's in it again? I've heard.
It's Skarsgård again, I think, isn't it?
Is it Skarsgård?
Not Stellan Skarsgård, the other one.
Yeah,
Bill.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah. So I mean,
Pennywise Skarsgård
could be good, but I don't know. I've never been interested in kind of that era of horror movies. I'll be honest. I'm not like a classic Universal horror movie sort of guy. So I don't care that much that they've done an adaptation of Nosferatu. Like, I've seen Nosferatu just because it's cinema history, but I wouldn't say that I have like a huge fondness for it or anything.
All right.
I like John Henry Walker's comment to me and Harrison.
Yes, be honest with us. You two ain't surviving a Shaun of the Dead type situation, are you guys? No. No.
I mean, I'd give it a go. I mean, I've got weapons on my wall. I'd give it a go. I'm combat trained.
The
Lightsaber Academy doesn't count.
All right. They're BB guns, but if I can fire a BB gun, then surely I can fire a real gun.
Okay, when you said you have weapons on the wall, I thought you meant like swords and shit, but that's even worse. Is like, I play airsoft, guys. I'm combat trained. Like, you are not combat trained.
I got two bows on the wall.
I am battle tested. That is the wrong thing to describe.
Yeah,
I've seen me running into a horde of zombies screaming Leroy Jenkins.
The best thing I can hope is that I actually hit a zombie before I die.
Yeah,
that'll be the best I could do.
I would do my best to at least take one zombie down with me.
Piggy is so gonna get bitten. Nah, dude, he ends up becoming like the Michonne of the group, and like gets a
I survive everything.
I mean,
I'm the one leading it. I'm the one leading a group of survivors. Me and my Megazords will win.
You will be found talking to your Megazords only. like that. You're going to be that guy. You're the crazy dude they find somewhere.
I have them like one of those red carts on wheels that the Americans seem to all have. They're like just pulling along, just pulling along all my Megazords. It's like, come on, guys, I'll save you.
It's like why your parents are zombies in the other room, and you'd be like, "Shh, don't wake mother; she'll be angry."
Mother, are you coming down for dinner?
The obligatory
like that-
delusioned guy.
Big like that scene from How I Met Your Mother, where like Howard takes the plate of dinner up to his mother's skeleton, and he's like pretending to be her by doing her voice.
Exactly that. Yes, from Psycho. Yes.
You're Peaky.
God damn you, Peaky. Fucking weirdo. So let me see here. What else was there? Peaky, do you want to talk about Sonic 3? You watched that.
Yeah, I saw Sonic 3 today. Honestly, loved it. Obviously, like, everyone knows that Shadow's in it because it's in the trailer and everything.
That's
It's
the
like the
only
whole
reason I wanted
premise
to
of
watch
it's
it.
Shadow. I've got to admit, seeing Shadow in live action, I know he's CGI, but obviously, like, it's different from seeing him in a video game. But seeing Shadow kind of like in a live action setting was fucking phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. I was scrolling through like Facebook, and like you need to get like the Facebook Instagram reels like come up on Facebook.
Mhm.
2 reels from Sonic came up because someone decided to post the film stuff from Sonic 3 and post it on the internet because they're a bunch of cretins. And I was like, I just had to quickly like scroll up and get rid of the video because I didn't want to spoil it. Yeah, it was really good. They've already announced that Sonic 4 is in the works, and
what I heard.
can just judging by what happened at the end of Sonic 3, I'm hyped as fuck. It was really good.
We're gonna get Silver.
It
Silver
was
the
really
Hedgehog.
good. Seeing Jim Carrey play 2 roles was absolutely
Robotnik
brilliant.
and was it Dr. I forget. It's Dr. Robotnik and then his grandfather.
Yeah, so he plays Ivo Robotnik, which was like his character in the first 2, and then his grandfather is Gerald Robotnik.
That's the one. So yeah, that's
it-
interesting.
I watching the film, so I went with a friend, and I was sat there watching it, and some of the stuff that like him and like obviously like his 2 characters were doing, I was like, how much creative input here did Jim Carrey have for these 2 characters interacting on screen? Because some of the stuff they were doing was actually like, I can see Jim Carrey suggesting this. It's pretty good.
So I already know how Jim Carrey. I've seen like him doing clips of like Robotnik from the other movies. So I'm already aware of how Jim Carrey operates. How is Keanu Reeves as Shadow?
Oh, I couldn't have thought of anyone else to do. Like now I've seen it, I couldn't see anyone else doing the voice of Shadow. Like he done it really well. Like we all know, like obviously Idris Elba, who does Knuckles' voice, was actually pretty spot on for Knuckles as well. Because of how Knuckles is in the films, I thought Idris was actually quite a good choice. I was very skeptical on how Keanu was going to portray Shadow, just because I didn't really see him as a voice actor for Shadow. But like after seeing it and actually like sitting and watching the film and not just hearing him talk in the trailers, yeah, spot on. Like,
all right,
it's very much basically Sonic Adventure 2, but in movie version. So
with a little bit of Shadow the Hedgehog dropped in there because picks up a gun during the movie apparently.
He does,
and he rides a motorcycle. Well. Yep.
Yep. That was
so a little bit of that game. The best Sonic the Hedgehog game.
Really good. That is a good Sonic the Hedgehog game.
I see just the pain on your face, Harrison, as we're talking about this.
Fuck you,
also, like the whole like Shadow riding on a motorbike and like with a gun is like from the actual Shadow the Hedgehog game as well. So,
yeah, I know, dipwit.
That's why he's angry about it.
Clarifying it for the viewers in case they never played the game.
They know as well. It's the only thing anyone knows about Sonic Shadow the Hedgehog is he had a game where he did none of the things that a hedgehog should be doing. Why is he riding a motorbike? He's supposed to be able to run faster than the motorbike.
You mean running faster than the speed of sound? Like a thing that normal hedgehogs don't do?
Running around dual wielding AK-47s. Like that was the best bit about the game.
Yeah, that you could like. I mean, but I'm just saying. I think that is a funny criticism. Is that like he uses guns and rides motorbikes, things a hedgehog can't do? I'm like, hedgehogs can't run faster than the speed of sound.
In Sonic the Hedgehog, that's like the things that there's no point in them doing. Why is he shooting guns?
It was like I enjoyed it. I'm a big Sonic fan.
In Sonic 06, why did he fall in love with the human?
I don't think you'd like Shadow the Sonic that much.
Oh, I love Shadow.
Because I remember growing up with Sonic the Hedgehog, and Shadow was just nonsense when it came along. It was ridiculous.
I love Shadow and Knuckles are my two favorite characters.
Knuckles is all right, but Shadow's
I
just
also
like, why do you need Shadow? You've already got Knuckles.
He's the
also
Vegeta
like-
of the group. He is the Vegeta of that group. If to Sonic's Goku, he is the Vegeta.
That's Knuckles. Knuckles is the Vegeta.
No, that's Shadow.
He turns up at the beginning. They're enemies against each other, but they're like similar. Like they're both whatever these walking, talking creatures are.
I would say Knuckles is more like the Piccolo.
Mm.
I guess,
Yeah.
but that's only because Dragon Ball Z uses that same goddamn plot every single time it does a new season. So, like, that's not because of anything good about Shadow.
That's true. That is fair. That is fair. So yeah, just to untrigger Harrison. I don't know. Let's try something else that he might not be happy with. What if? You guys want?
I haven't seen any of it yet.
Oh no, I keep forgetting that it's around, and I see people talking about it. I'm like, shit, I should watch What If yet. I've forgotten to.
Yeah,
I'll give you one mild spoiler that you guys should that I think might interest you. Just make of this image what you will.
Yes, I saw this.
I've seen it. I've seen a lot about this. People are like crying about this.
Yeah, that was like the most insane episode I've ever watched. But I'm like, the fact that people are losing their mind. So Disney's is down for bestiality now. I'm like, dude, relax. Like George Lucas was down for bestiality. Shut up.
I'm sorry. The people crying about this episode. Did you not watch the Howard the Duck film?
Yeah, and like, I mean, since he's not an Earth duck, he's not like a regular duck. Is this any different than Star-Lord getting it together with Gamora?
Or like Star-Lord getting it, or Star-Lord getting on with any other alien that he's ever interacted with in the history of Star-Lord.
Yeah, you know. So is it really that different? Yes, it is different. But is it really that different?
Yeah, it's just.
How do you know? How do you know what Howard the Duck's packing? He's an alien. He might have a normal penis. So
yeah,
it
doesn't have to be the whole corkscrew situation that they got going on there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or she could be into that.
Either way, the whole thing is weird. It's a good show. I've so far, I would say, of all the episodes I've watched, that one's probably the worst one. But all the other ones are pretty solid. So What If season 3 worth it.
One of my friends said the Bollywood episode is a bit weird.
Yeah, but that's only because it's like. So first of all, if you didn't like Agatha All Along or the Eternals, that episode's not going to be for you. It's definitely not. And if you're, I hesitate to say culturally illiterate, but I mean, but that's what it is. If you're not aware of 1930s cinema or of Bollywood, like if you're not aware of, or 1950s, I think is when it takes place. But the point is, if you're not aware of like that era of cinema or of Bollywood, then you're definitely going to be like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, yeah, it's a love letter to old movies.
Okay, all right.
It's a lot of dance numbers, a lot of musical like aspects, and it's like, and then the only reason I'm watching this, I'm like, dude, I watched this in college. I'm like,
so, okay, that might be interesting.
Patrick made a good point. Star-Lord's mother made the love hump with an alien.
Exactly.
We don't know what Ego was packing.
Just because he didn't have feathers, does that make that any less weird? I don't think so. Because that's not even like she slept with the planet. She slept with like a chunk of the planet that went off and was weird. So
yeah, Johnny Storm made it with a tentacle monster.
That one guy in God, I forgot what it's called now. In Galaxy Quest, he got real intimate with that squid lady.
He did too, yeah. I mean, apparently in the comics, there's a thing where like Johnny Storm, where like the Human Torch gets it on with an alien who's like mostly tentacles, and so I'm like, you know what?
I mean,
love is love, but
Tony Stark in the comics got with Gamora, so that's the
I mean, that's not weird. She's just a green chick. Have you ever seen Star Trek? She's just a green chick. Like she's literally they're basically just a human with green skin.
Yeah,
an Orion. There you go.
I mean, tides are changing. I mean, Shape of Water got Best Picture. So
yeah, if a human woman wants to make it with a duck, let her.
Yeah,
I think that's what we're getting at here.
Yeah. But I will say this: don't fuck a duck.
Yeah.
The deep got it on with an
That
octopus.
is a sex crime.
Yeah, no, don't fucking Earth duck. If it comes from outer space, if it comes in a spaceship, then do whatever you're gonna do.
Absolutely fine. But don't fucking Earth duck.
Yeah. Oh god, this is gonna come back to bite me in the ass. Like 20 years down the line, the aliens are gonna invade the planet, and they're gonna be Howard the Duck creatures, and someone is gonna be like, "See, they were down for it."
I mean, if an alien wants to bump uglies, then I'm not going to say no.
I mean, well, that's.
I'm open-minded.
I mean, what level are we talking? Are we talking Howard the Duck alien, or are we talking like a Sorry or like Twi'leks? Because like there is a fucking
Any.
There's a scale.
I mean, in some ways, Peaky, I admire your explorer spirit.
Listen,
it's very Star Trek.
If they're gonna have to, cohabitate with us on Earth, then we're gonna have to get along some way, and if that's by fucking, then so be it.
It's time to boldly go.
Commander Riker would be proud of you.
Hans,
hey, what's
Hans
up,
is
Justin?
just. Hey, Justin. Hans has said about Squid Game season 2. I haven't even watched Squid Game season 1.
Oh, you gotta watch that show. It's
I
really
think
good.
I watched like the first 2 episodes, and that's when it first came out. So 20 years ago at this point, it feels like.
Yeah, no, you got to watch that show. It's actually like if finish it, like get to all the way to the end because it's pretty good. I like it, and the way they set up season 2 is like I don't know. I'm happy about it. I'm excited to watch it. And then more than that, it's a dude who plays Master Soul, the dude whose name some South Korean name that escapes me. Yeah, not to bring up the acolyte again, after all this time, but still, it's the same actor. He's a good actor. Damn it, go watch the show, Peaky. Anyway,
God,
so,
God. What more shows do you want me to watch? You want me to watch Squid Game season 1 and 2? You want me to watch Andor for some reason?
You should already watch
put Andor in front of Squid Game. I would say if that makes it any sweeter, like I can at least say watch Squid Game after you watched Andor, because I think you'll like Andor.
Yeah, Squid Game.
I'm enjoying Skeleton Crew, so
yeah, then you'd probably like Andor.
Go watch Andor, goddammit. And then while you're at it, watch Rogue One.
I've watched Rogue One.
Okay, no, that's right. That's probably part of your argument is you don't care about it because he dies at the end of Rogue One.
Yeah.
Well, go watch it anyway, and then go watch Rogue One again because it's a good movie.
I already know the story. He dies.
I prefer Alice in Borderland over Squid Game. What is Alice in Borderland?
It's a very similar show.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I'm not so into about Squid Game is I'm like Squid Game is like a lot of other stories that I've seen before. I don't really see what's special about Squid Game. I mean, like I'm not going to spoil stuff here, but like there are things in season 1 where I was like, oh, this is really obvious, but you still have to wait an entire season to find it out. And I'm like, but it was really obvious because I've seen this exact story several times. Like it's not exactly battle royale, but it's like in a sort of weird battle royale genre that seems to be quite popular in Asia because there's a lot of Japanese and Korean stories about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're really repressed people. They just really want that bloodlust. Did Peaky watch the Black Widow movie? She was already dead. It's true.
Yeah, but like my opinion of the Black Widow movie, it came out at the wrong time. It should have came out before Infinity War.
Wouldn't have made it good, but yeah.
No, but like that's obviously like that's my take on the Black Widow. I enjoyed it, but it came out at the wrong point in the MCU.
No, I can go with that.
All right. So let's see. We've gotten through most of the topics. We still have about half an hour left. What do you guys want to talk about? What else have you been watching or playing?
I got one thing that I'm looking forward to in 2025 that I realized. Doom: The Dark Ages is coming out in 2025. Yes. I'm really looking forward to that.
That's right. It's like the Doom prequel or something like that.
Yeah. Because like in Doom Eternal, they established a bunch of lore like that happens all off screen, and so I think Doom: The Dark Ages is about that lore and like what the Doom Marine did in between Doom 64 and Doom 2016.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's right. It's like it shows like the dude in the. I think in the demo I saw that there's like a gun that like crushes up a skull into pieces and like shoots the bullets at it. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty fucking bitchin'. Like I'm looking forward. Like I'll check that out. I've never really been a Doom guy, like just or Doom fan, like in general, but I'll definitely check that out.
I mean, like, have you played Doom 2016?
I don't believe so. No.
If you like first-person shooters, I'd really recommend giving that game a go. It's just a really solid first-person shooter, and I also happen to love that it's full of demons and like demonic kind of imagery and stuff. I think the design's really cool. But if you just like shooters, just check it out because it's such a well-made one.
Yeah, it is really good.
All right, I'll check it out. See, since you're talking about it, what other games are coming out in 2025? Ghost of
Assassin's
Yote.
Creed,
Oh, so we go Assassin's Creed. Which one is that?
the Japanese one.
Oh, Assassin's Creed Shadow, the
yeah.
controversial one.
But I'm looking forward to it still.
Me too. I'm not a history buff in general. Like, all right, I'm gonna preface this whole thing with I'm not a history buff. I know jack shit about, I like the aesthetic of samurai culture, but I know jack crap about it. Like most Americans. But with that, when it was told to me that like, oh, Yasuke is not in a fucking real blah, 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 all the history bullshit that like from both sides being like, yes, he was, no, he wasn't, blah 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 blah. Like, I'm just like, I don't care. Can I just play as a fucking samurai?
It's not.
Like, can I just
They even say at the beginning of Assassin's Creed games, before you even start, that it's a fictional game.
Yeah,
and
it's a fictional game by a multicultural and multi-religious group.
Yeah, and they use historical references.
Yeah,
that's it. Like,
yeah, it's not based on reality. It's not supposed to be real.
Fucking Assassin's Creed 2. Leonardo da Vinci wasn't going around making hidden blades for assassins, for Christ's sake.
Or guns.
Or guns or tanks. Like,
yeah. That was a cool thing. Like, yeah, like you said, like the tank, like having his designs and being able to do like missions with his like designs was cool. But yeah, that didn't actually exist. The thing was not real. Like, yeah, so fair. Like, I'm just excited to play as a ninja and a fucking samurai because that's something I've wanted in the Assassin's Creed universe for
everybody. I like how like hardcore Assassin's Creed fans have been crying for a Japanese Assassin's Creed setting for years. Probably since Black Flag, they've been asking for something like this. We're finally getting the one, and they're crying about it. It's like, fan bases do my head in when it comes to stuff like that. It's like, you wanted this, now you're crying about it. Like, it's a game. Either play it or don't. Doesn't affect your life in any way.
We got Metal Gear Solid Delta coming out. The Snake Eater, like basically just a remake of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater.
I'm not a Metal Gear Solid kind of guy.
Oh, do you know what? I've been talking about Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater a lot lately. I can't remember what it was. I was playing a video game and I went up a ladder, and just that whole song came back to me from Snake Eater, and I then taught Bam about it. And she refuses to believe that Metal Gear Solid 3 is a real game. Because I keep telling her things about it that she's like, no, there's no way this is a real game. There's no way that happened. Like, but it did. It did happen in that game.
Yeah, it did. It was like the wildest writer.
I've attempted to play Metal Gear Solids. I just couldn't get into them.
Yeah. I got really into them when I was a kid. And because I was a kid, I played every game on easy. So, like, I always did that with Metal Gear Solid, where I played it on like the lowest difficulty setting, and I just really enjoyed the stories. And I played 1, 2, and 3. I really liked them. When I was a bit older, I got the re-releases they did on Xbox 360 and tried to play Metal Gear Solid 3 again. I discovered that if you play it on anything other than easy, I cannot do it. Like, I find those games really difficult. / I think I'm just too kind of boring to do them properly, of like to actually really properly stealth around the place. It's so hard.
Those games are like, they're balls to the walls hard. And more than that, I think I have I can't really talk though, because I started on Metal Gear Solid 5, like the worst Metal Gear Solid game to start on.
Yeah, see, I never played 4 because I didn't have a PS3. And I kind of wasn't interested. And then when I went back to them, I was like, oh my God, I didn't remember that all these cutscenes were like 2 hours long. And I'm saying it was so fucking long.
Oh, I'm feeling that for like, I'm playing the Indiana Jones game at the moment. And, like,
right, okay.
so far I'm really enjoying it. But all of the cutscenes like can make up to like 2 actual movies. Like there's that many cutscenes in them, and some of them are quite long. It's like they even said that like the cutscenes are like 2 movies worth. And it's like, fuck me.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
I'm sat here like in a cutscene. I'm like, come on, I just want to go around whipping people. Just hurry up.
Mm.
But no, it's a good game. I'm looking forward to like if they do any more in kind of like the series, because it'd be quite cool.
All right. See, other stuff. There's Death Stranding 2. Speaking of Kojima, or not? Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't play Death Stranding 1 because I didn't care about like being a delivery boy.
I have it on Xbox because they released it on Windows, but they've brought it to like actual Xbox consoles now. I've got it. I just haven't started it yet because I've just been too engrossed with Indiana Jones.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I also did not play Death Stranding. I
heard
didn't
good things
really
about
get
it.
what the game is supposed to be about. I've since seen some things that make it sound slightly more interesting, but I like Metal Gear Solid and I've got nostalgia for it. But Kojima writes stuff that doesn't make any sense and that he thinks I'm really interested in, and I'm really not. So like I don't really bother with Kojima games.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think the only thing about Kojima games is that they're really like what's it called? They're what's the I don't know. I'm trying to find the right word for it, but they're like really, it's like really meant for like military kind of like buffs or like people who are really into that kind of thing. Like they're really niche markets for like for nerdy, like, oh, I really love that gun. Look at that fucking awesome gun. Oh, look at this fucking cool military shit. It's
I
like,
found a SOCOM here. Like, what is this
exactly.
gun? There's that bit in Snake Eater where he's going on about like, you're using a Mauser, but it's not real. It's a Chinese reproduction of the Mauser. The Mauser stopped being produced in 1959. I'm just like, all right, Snake,
it's like, dude, you're such a military nerd. Like, is this like a Japanese thing? Just are you guys into that kind of like American like military shit? Like, what is that?
I think it's a Kojima thing. I think it's just what he's into. I think he's weird about it and loves details.
Yeah, it's just a weird way to do that, and I'm like, it's kind of boring at some points. Like, it's cool to your like attention to detail, but also, bro, relax.
That's like why, you know, when PT happened, and everyone was like, "Oh, Kojima's going to make this Silent Hill game, and he's going to, you know, have the guy from The Walking Dead in it. Like, wow, it's going to be cool." And I was like, I don't think I want a Kojima Silent Hill game. I don't want like Pyramid Head coming in and being like, see, I have this sword. This sword was made out of rifles. The rifles were in fact M940s.
I did play that PT zone. It was quite
Spooky.
good from what I put. Yeah, I'm not one for like jump scares and all of that, but like I was on the edge of my seat playing that. I was kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah, see, I think it's funny that an Xbox or like a PlayStation with a port, or not a port, with a download of that hasn't been like updated, it goes for so much money just because you can't get that that demo anymore.
You come across one every now and again still on like eBay or somewhere like that. It's like a PlayStation 4 with the PT teaser on it, and it's like, Jesus Christ, like why?
Because someone's out there still wants to buy. Apparently, they ported it. Like people have ported it, or like even programmed it into other, or like into like a lower, like I guess there's like an 8-bit version of it, or like a 16. There's like a low poly version of PT that someone just programmed into a game.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's like I still see like, because I'm one of these people that like I just like go for a tangent of like a weird stuff, like scrolling through eBay and it's like go through like a weird tangent. I still see iPhones with Flappy Bird still installed on eBay. It's like, Christ alive, no one cares about that game anymore.
Flappy Birds. It's like, nah, dog, I care about that game. Let's see. Speaking of games, so I think some of you guys actually watch it. I've been playing Outer Wilds. If you haven't played it, or if you haven't played it or watched it, don't watch me. Go play it on your own.
You said this to me the other week. I think it might be my next stream game, because I reckon it could be like it'd be a good set of streams.
No, you'll definitely, unless you're like super big brain and you figure it out in like 1 or 2 streams, it's gonna take you a minute. It took me 6 of them to actually figure out everything I needed to do.
Did you finish it yesterday?
Oh yeah, beat the game and everything. It was so
Nice.
yeah. If you haven't played it, don't go. If you haven't played it and you intend to, don't look up anything. Don't look up gameplay streams. Just go play it, and it's fucking worth it. You shouldn't. The reason I slept on this game, I was talking to my brother the other day because he's the one who bought it for me. He told me that he asked me why I hadn't played it in such a while before he recommended it, and it's because I think it came out at the same time as Outer Worlds. And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about Outer Worlds. Who cares about another fucking like by the numbers first person RPG shooter? Blah, 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 blah. And then when people started talking about Outer Wilds, I'm just like, I associated the two, and I'm just like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because I remember having that confusion up until now, basically. Of like, wasn't there another game called something like that? That's what it was. It's Outer Worlds.
Yeah, but Outer Wilds, it's a space, like it's a real kind of a real life physics generator. Made by it's Mobius Games and it was published by Annapurna. I think it's the same people who did Stray.
Yeah.
So yeah, go. This is me just selling that game. Go check it out. It's a fucking great game. You will be like, it's like Red Dead Redemption levels of like once in a lifetime experience. You can never like experience that game a second time.
While we're topic of like next year and stuff, I've just figured out one thing I'm not looking forward to doing next year.
What's that?
I've been set a challenge to complete Wolfenstein 2 on the hardest difficulty, but there's an achievement for doing it on the hardest difficulty with no save files and 1 life.
I'm
not going because I'm gonna have to learn that game. I'm gonna have to learn like
Just
everything.
Don't do it. Just don't.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those that I just wouldn't do.
But it's for an achievement.
Of all the fucking like New Year's resolutions, that's one of the ones that's like, hey, people wouldn't judge you for like not doing it.
I'm gonna attempt it. Even if I don't do it, I'm gonna attempt it. I feel like I've got to try.
To be fair, Piggy, I've rediscovered my love of like doing as much in a game as I can. Sorry, it's quite like Gilbert on the elevator there. I went back and I replayed recently. I replayed Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8, so Biohazard and Village.
Good games.
And I was thinking I want to get back into like how I used to play Resident Evil 4 when I was a teenager. And I played it over and over again, and I played Mercenaries. I never like 100%ed anything, but I unlocked like cool stuff and had loads of fun plowing through New Game Pluses like the Infinite Chicago Typewriter and blowing people away. So I'm getting back into that a little bit with Resident Evil 8. I'm on a New Game Plus at the moment, trying to unlock unlimited ammo for various things. I think I might be able to afford unlimited ammo for the Magnum soon.
Is it 8 or 7 where you can get your knife turns into like a lightsaber type weapon?
Yeah, then that's 8. I think that's if you get S rank on all the mercenary levels.
Yeah, so you get like a laser weapon.
Or it might be double S or something like that. But yeah, which I'm probably not going to do, but I want to see how far I can get.
Yeah, I've been apart from obviously like playing Marvel Rivals and Indiana Jones, I've been hitting my backlog of games quite a lot, trying to complete games that I just didn't ever finish. And like by finish, I mean like I completely like the stories and I just didn't get all the achievements. So like I'm going back and I'm doing all of that. I'm currently going back onto Dragon Age Veilguard because I've got 1 achievement left to get on that. And then I'm jumping back on Dragon Dogma 2 because I still need to finish that completely. I haven't finished the story or anything on that. So like that's going to be my task for next year as well. And a lot of it I am going to be like streaming and creating content with because some of these games I haven't touched since they first came out. It's going to be like I'm more or less going to be playing them more or less for the first time just because it's been so long since I've played them.
Nice.
They're like
go ahead.
Yeah, that's like I've really been enjoying it. I've been setting myself the challenges of trying to get them all done. So
all right, well, good luck with all of that.
I've got 800 games on my Xbox to do. Like, I'm gonna need it.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so we're in the last 10 or so minutes of the episode. I figure we should end it with an actual like New Year's something or other. So I don't know, guys. It's the end of the year. What has been the best part of this year for you? What's been the worst? Harrison, you go first.
Ooh. Best part of this year for me is getting my house. I've got my own house now. It's awesome. I'm digging just having my own space, and I've been able to put stuff on the walls and try and prepare my my recording things. Yeah. So, what did you say? The best and the worst? Did you say?
Yeah.
Worst. There's quite a few things, aren't there? Oh, there's quite a lot of stuff that's happened. The riots weren't fun. The election wasn't fun. Any of them. I'm trying to think of something funny or something that isn't just like just oh yeah, the world
Like
might actually be
morbid.
ending. Yeah. Sonic 3 came out. I don't know.
All right. How about you, Peaky? What was your best and worst of 2024?
I think it sounds really like weird saying this, but I think my best thing is obviously getting my chameleon.
All
It's
right.
probably my
Nice.
best thing. I absolutely adore Kevin. Like, like especially like after I lost my bearded dragon a couple of years ago, I feel like I was missing something in my room with me, and now I've got Kevin. It kind of like I have my space back type of thing.
Nice.
And the worst thing, I'm gonna go completely like opposite direction to Harrison and go a little bit more. But finally, like I see it as a good thing and a bad thing, but I'll put it in the worst category. Finally being diagnosed with depression and anxiety. Like finally
funny?
being,
Okay, what you mean?
like finally being,
Oh, finally. Oh no, you didn't say.
yeah,
Said finally, not
finally being told that there is something wrong with my brain. I'm not wired correctly.
I could have told you that one. I don't even have a fancy degree.
I think everybody could have told me there was something wrong with me, but yeah,
We
I
just
think there's a
didn't
little
know
something
it.
wrong with all of us, but that's okay.
I think that's probably like the worst thing that's probably happened to me this year. But I see it as a good thing as well.
Oh yeah, no, I understand what you mean. It's good to get a diagnosis. It helps you get like a clear path forward and find out things you can actually do. And,
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
also kind of like not what I wanted. Kind of like not what I wanted this year. So
I understand.
And I guess for me, best of 2024 is
Peaky being nice to you.
nah. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really have one. I don't know. I think I've been traveling a little more. We've been doing more I've been doing more Comic-Con, so that's been nice. Like, and I mean, I met Aaron at in Chicago, so that was pretty cool. Like, actually being able to meet one of the people who was in our streams and like watches our content. That's pretty cool. So, if the worst of 2024, God, where to start?
Where to start with you, Gilbert? You've had a
I lo-
roller coaster.
Lost my job. I haven't really had a girlfriend this whole year. Oh, the
Aw.
Tyson fight kind of pissed me off. Yeah, now that I wanted to see Logan Paul or Jake Paul get his ass handed to him, and he didn't.
Yeah.
There we go. Final answer: the Tyson fight. That was the worst part of 2024.
not the job or anything, just the Tyson fight.
Yeah, no, not the fact that my government is crumbling around me. You know, the world might
Oh, that was
end
happening
up
before.
ending.
That was happening before this year.
Not Donald Trump, but
Yeah, I don't know. Now the education secretary is going to be the wife of Vince McMahon.
Yeah, and we're gonna get the Department of Government Efficiency, whatever the fuck that is gonna be. I don't know what's gonna happen in 2025, guys. But we actually, you know what? Let's do that for the end. What do you think we're gonna have? Give me your what's it?
Predictions.
Thank you, Harrison. I need to stop smoking so much weed. But thank you, Harrison. Give me your predictions for 2024. What are we gonna see?
2025.
Oh, 20.
It's been a long year, man.
I caught.
Yeah. So give me the predictions for 2025. Peaky, you go first since you corrected me.
I don't know. Both of our countries' governments and countries are just going to crumble at this rate.
Yeah, probably.
Economic downfall once again.
Mad Max, but in the UK.
Yeah, some kind of like Bitcoin is going to come out and fail again, probably, because that seems to be happening like nearly every month.
Oh, dude, we didn't even talk about the Hawk girl with her meme coin that totally fucking tanked.
Yeah, then she hasn't been seen since.
I mean, would you?
She got a rich
Harrison,
mob after her.
yeah, no, straight up. How about you, Harrison? What do you think is going to happen in 2025?
One of the Christmas presents I got this year was an air fryer, so I'm gonna use that a lot. I predict that.
I'm like making a lot of fried chicken.
That's such an adult prediction.
I mean, that's a realistic prediction. It's like I know that's gonna happen. Fucking bet you 20 quid that I'm gonna fucking make some fried foods.
No, yeah, I've been very impressed by it so far. It's better than my oven. Love it. Love me little air fryer.
I got our air fryer as well. It's brilliant.
Yeah, probably nothing good, guys. I don't know. I've got no basis for any of these predictions, but I'll say some things that I'd like to see 2025. I would like to see Bruno Mars make music like he did in like 2014 when he did like Treasure and Uptown Funk and was it Locked Out of Heaven? I like that. I liked when he was doing retro stuff. I want to do that again. I also want Billie Eilish to go back to doing the music that she did in her first album. Her later music, I think, hasn't been very good. And I will predict that one of my other favorite bands will piss me off by getting allegations, because that happens about once or twice a year now. So that'll happen.
All right, so celebrity deaths. Who's going to be dying next? No, that's horrible. That's a horrible.
No.
We make that call right here and now.
Because Gilbert, you full well know, as an avid Rooster Teeth, as a former Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter fan, you full well know as soon as they mention a celebrity's name, they would end up dead. I am not taking part in this curse.
Kurt Russell. No, that's dude. I'm gonna feel so bad next year if Kurt Russell actually.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it here. It's like known to like I think probably like US people. David Attenborough.
David Attenborough. Okay, well that's a little more.
He's like 90, so it's gonna happen.
I was thinking. I was a little bit like, I don't know if it's going to happen next year, but how long do we think we really have left with Danny DeVito?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not just going to happen.
He's like what? He's what, in his 80s?
Yeah, he's getting up there. You know, like so. We don't know when we're going to have him, and we don't know what. It'd be funny if he died on the set of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But
Frank's funeral. The gang goes to Frank's funeral.
It'd be fantastic. that should be the last episode ever made, shouldn't it be? Like,
and
like
it's just them funeral. Filming. It's just them filming at Danny DeVito's funeral.
I could see that. I could definitely see that happen. Oh God. Well, now we put out that energy into the universe, guys, and now we're all gonna feel like dickheads if any of us were right.
So Kurt Russell, David Attenborough, and Danny DeVito.
All right, meet back here next year, and we'll talk about our prediction.
David Attenborough dies. If David Attenborough dies next year, I'm going to hell.
Oh, I'm gonna clip the hell out of this if he does, and we're gonna be like, Peaky called it. It's gonna be like your Simpsons did it first moment.
It's gonna happen, and when it does happen, I think everyone in the UK should get the day off because he's a national treasure.
Actually, that's true. The eclipse was fun this year, and you could actually see it really well from you could see the full eclipse from Albuquerque this year.
Seeing the Northern Lights in the UK was pretty cool.
Oh shit! You saw an aurora?
Yeah, that was kind of cool. There was a weird thing where we could see
You can usually sometimes see it up the very top of Scotland, depending on like the weather and wind conditions and everything. But especially seeing it down south down the south of England, for me, it's pretty cool.
That's cool, dude. But yeah, so I didn't know that you were able to do that outside of like the North or South Pole.
Yeah, they're very, very rare.
Yeah, because you talk about your eclipse, but we didn't get an eclipse. No, we weren't allowed to have one over here.
No, we get to see awesome sun flares.
We just got an aurora borealis. It's fine. Yeah. We just got to see space gas.
Apparently, you see auroras a lot in Canada.
Yeah, you can.
All right. All right, guys. I think that's where we're going to wrap it up there is we all got to see some really cool shit. We all got to see some really bad shit this year. But hopefully the 2025 will be much better. Hopefully, maybe next time the bullet will actually hit Trump. But I know that's a horrible thing to end that on. But yeah, you never know. Hopefully we'll see some improvement in 2025. Or maybe we're all going to end up in, like I said, Mad Max, but it'll be in the UK. But anyway, guys, until next time, I want to say thank you all for watching. Thank you to Patrick, to Justin, to Mr. Action. Aaron was in here. Hans was in there for a minute. Let's see. We had John Henry Walker. We had a long name that I'm kind of having trouble with. It was Base
Nation Fanboy.
Base Nation Fanboy. That was the one. And then a few other people who I missed, and I'm trying to scroll through and find, but I'm like, I don't. Thank you guys all for being here. Thank you, of course, to our Fulcrum Council. Let me see. God damn, you think I'd have this ready by now? There we go. These fine fellows right here who pay to be part of our community and watch our content. We thank you guys so much for that. And of course, thank you to Harrison as always. It's been a fun at this point. I think it's been 6 years we've been doing this now.
Yeah.
It's been a fun time, man. And here's to 6 more years.
Yeah.
Harrison's just like, oh God, I'm gonna be stuck to this yank forever. And then of course, we wouldn't be half the podcast we are without this motherfucker right here, Peaky.
Hey,
Want to talk about your channel?
Yeah, I took a break just obviously because of Christmas. I didn't release any content last week because kind of wanted to just not worry about the channel and just kind of relax and enjoy Christmas. So content should resume from tomorrow. My normal gaming videos that are obviously on a weekly schedule. So Sundays is crime scene cleanup. Mondays is just kind of like a loose day until the new year, where we've got a project me and Gilbert has actually been working on with me coming out. Tuesdays is what is Tuesdays? Hago. Tuesdays is Hago. We're on Hago 2 now. And Pokemon is Pokemon. Wednesdays is Pokemon. We're still continuing our Heart of Gold playthrough. Thursdays is Twitch stream day, where I usually go live on Twitch. Not sure if I will be this week because of New Year, and I don't know if I fancy it this week yet. And Fridays is just a bonus Let's Play day where I just release a random video. And yeah, like we're gonna continue kind of going through that sort of schedule into the new year and into the rest of 2025. But I've got a few projects that I've been asked to work on by game developers. So a very cool video is coming out middle of January. A sneak peek into a game that won't be released until the end of January.
Ooh, hell yeah, dude!
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Go looking for that, and yeah, his channel is right here, Peaky Era Productions. Go check that out, and and of course, check us out. All of our content, our audiobooks, our audio comics, the podcast, the what ifs, which we'll be doing another what if sometime. Actually, next week we'll be doing our regularly scheduled Skeleton Crew review. But then the week after that, I think we'll be doing another Star Wars what if. So be on the lookout for those. Of course, like I said, audiobooks. Check out for Harrison's future stuff. You said you were working on the Resident Evil one right now, right?
Yeah, I've got the Resident Evil one to finish, and then I am ready to do the third book of the Star Wars Bounty Hunter Wars series. So that's another Boba Fett book called Hard Merchandise.
Ah, yes, the one that everyone's been asking you to get to finish off that trilogy.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's like, I guess it's like you're just edging everybody, Harrison. They're just like, I want to get to the end. Come on, get the money shot. You just built it up with 2 books, and now it doesn't work. I saw someone, no bullshit, make a comment like that. It's like not that quite, but it's like, dude, what the hell? Like, you only give us 2/3 of a story. I want the third one. I'm sitting here waiting. I'm like, dude, relax. What if Jabba was skinny? Nah, it's something even better. Something I think is going to work to our favor. But we'll leave that for later. And we will see you all in the future in 2025. And as always, I have been Gilbert.
I've been Harry.
I've been Peaky.
And this has been the Fulcrum Entertainment Podcast. God damn you, Peaky. What the fuck is that? Thank you all for watching. We will see you next week. Take it easy, guys.
Bye.